Umrah is a pilgrimage to the Haram Sharif in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, believed to be the holiest place in Islam because inside it is a small building called Kaaba that Muslims love and are supposed to pray in the direction of this building regardless of where they are in the world. In late 2010, when I went to Pakistan to visit family before leaving for Umrah, I kept a diary in which I wrote all the du'as, all the wishes I wanted Allah to grant for myself and my friends and family. Once my parents and I entered the Haram Sharif and saw the Kaaba, my parents told me that they feel at peace there like nowhere else. As for me, I found the place to be very crowded. Also, there were date seeds along with cockroaches everywhere on the ground outside of the Haram Sharif, which I found to be disgusting. Other than that, the place was actually beautiful, but I did not feel the presence of God there. How do we even know what we are feeling is the presence of God? Also, I was very pissed off at God for being a cruel motherfucker because when we started traveling to get to Pakistan, during that time I began to listen to Quran in Urdu on my MP3. I found the doctrine of hell to be utterly absurd. Not 100% sure, but I think I left Islam early 2011, perhaps a month after my Umrah trip. Until I was 18, I only knew the cherry picked stuff my mom told me, and I only focused on praying and sometimes reciting the Quran. Anyway, during my trip, a ton of doubts did not kick in. After I traveled back home and began reading the Quran in English every day, I began doubting Islam a lot. I enjoyed reading and listening to the peaceful parts, though the violent verses came soon enough, and they left a very bad image of God in my mind and led me to seek answers to questions like, why the fuck is God so violent, so cruel? I began searching such questions up online and came across articles and videos that criticized Islam. I found all the criticism to be valid. After a short period of time since then, I left. Now that I look back at my trip, I realize how sad it was that I was praying to a God I was indoctrinated to believe in. I was praying to a God I was indoctrinated to believe to be merciful. But the truth is that God is just a fictional character, and all the ones I know of are not even merciful, but rather bloodthirsty. Aside from the reasons why I left Islam, there are many other things wrong with Islam, which I learned about after I stopped believing. In future videos, I will talk about my experiences as an ex-Muslim and will also make videos on the many things wrong with Islam and attempt to make my Muslim audience realize that Islam's many rules are cruel and unjust.